every industry, every job site, any challenge. Purple Wave's upcoming December 5th construction auction has the Caterpillar equipment to tackle it all. We make it easy to connect, inspect, and bid, ensuring you can find the right equipment that's ready to go to work for you. The equipment is ready to inspect at our partner Copart's yard in your area. Bidding ends December 5th at purplewave.com. The easiest and most straightforward way to buy and sell equipment. purplewave.com.
Looking to turn up the heat in your relationship this holiday? Lovers has the perfect pleasure presents with early Black Friday deals that are as nice or as naughty as you are. Save up to 60% on the sexiest holiday gifts. Lovers Rewards members can win a holiday sweepstakes grand prize worth over $4,000. With 18 Western Washington locations, Lovers is the place for sexy holiday gifting. Mention Indulge for 20% off your purchase. Visit loverstores.com for official sweepstakes rules.
Black Friday week is here, and so are amazing deals at Amazon. You'll save so much on early holiday electronic gifts, like monitors, tablets, and video games. You'll have money left over for that drum set for your little drummer. And some noise-canceling headphones. Or an outdoor speaker system so the entire neighborhood can hear your holiday tunes. Oh, what fun it is to save. Black Friday week is here with deals up to 35% off.
Places, please. The Daly Migs Show is on deck. Guitars plugged in. Drums ready to go. Chickens. Other animals. And action.
This is the Daly Migs Show on The Rock with Taryn Daly and Steve Migs.
While listening to the Daly Migs Show, please refrain from any unnecessary finger gesturing.
99.9 KISW.
Good morning, Rockaholics, and happy Blue Friday, one and all. Steve Migs.
Yes.
I know that you are wrestling in Tacoma tonight, and I'm sad that I will not be there.
You'll be there in spirit. Shocking that, everyone else in the show is going to be going down, including our big boss. No pressure on me now to put on a fun match when our big boss is like, I'll come to Tacoma and watch you in spandex.
I cannot wait for his reaction.
I don't think he knows what he's getting into because that entire crowd hates me, in the pro wrestling kind of way. But they all just start chanting the moment my music hits, F Steve Migs, and it's deafening in there. And my boss is going to be there, and it's going to be awesome.
Has he ever been to a wrestling match ever?
I don't think so.
Oh, I'm so excited.
But he popped in. We were all talking about Sarah's coming. Danny's going to be there.
You guys just hang out without me now. It's fine.
Well, you get invited. You just choose to do other things. You didn't come to emo night. Now you're not coming to SOS Pro Wrestling.
I got to go to Portland. It's all good.
Have to, yeah.
Have to.
Has to go
just like she had to stay home last weekend.
I had to.
Had to,
no
guys.
way she could get a babysitter.
I'm feeling sick. Oh, well, I'm feeling better, but I already made plans with other people. So I can't make it.
Wow, I'm feeling very shamed.
You should. You should feel shame. Shame.
I want a full recap of how it goes with the big boss, all right?
I cannot wait. I am so excited that he's going to be there.
He is finally going to see your freak flag.
Yes, he really is.
Proud.
Yes.
It's going to be so awesome.
Let's just say there's fur, there's spandex, there's lights, there's cursing.
He has no idea.
And I'm beating up a handicapped hero.
Oh, my gosh.
Gregory Iron.
And where's this happening tonight?
Edison Square in Tacoma.
All right, Rockaholics, we'll see you there.
Outside of knowing what's going on, that just sounded like you were describing a porn.
It does, right?
There's fur, there's lights, there's spandex, and screaming.
Lots of screaming. Click on that thumbnail. Tonight, Edison Square in Tacoma. Danny V's going to be there. Sarah's going to be there. Our big boss Dave's going to be there. And no Taryn Daly.
Nope, I'll see you in Portland. Let's inform the Rockaholics.
Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes, and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daily Migs Download.
A.K.A. the DMD.
Here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
And the DMD is brought to you by Fur, Spandex, and Palace Law. I bet Patrick Palace would come out, too.
Hell yeah.
Let's get everybody out tonight. Today is National Drummer Day, so I won't be beating on the drums, but I'll be beating on Gregory Iron tonight.
Get him.
So I was looking for, random drummer jokes, and I came across, this comedian who had an hilarious bit about a popular drummer that nobody even remembers who he is or knows who he is because, well, he's just kind of, incognito a little bit, like just unassuming. And here's Nish Kumar, who's a comedian, talking about said drummer.
I've realised that the musician I want to be is the drummer from Coldplay. Because that dude is rich and no one knows who he is. I'm obsessed with the idea that this guy has the best life in the world. And I was telling my friend about this, and she tried to tell me something that she was trying to portray as a bad thing. Apparently, he loves Game of Thrones, so he said to HBO, can I be in Game of Thrones? And they were like, yeah, man, you're the drummer from Coldplay. You can do literally anything you want. We'll restart The Sopranos if that's something that will make you happy, right? Now, he's in Game of Thrones. The Red Wedding is an important episode of Game of Thrones, right? He is in The Red Wedding. Guess what he is doing in The Red Wedding? He is the drummer in the wedding band. That is the extent to which this guy's anonymity is a borderline superpower. He is in the most famous episode of one of the most popular television shows in the world, doing the thing he is famous for, and no one noticed.
It's just brilliant.
I love that.
I just thought that was so awesome. I also love last night, our Seattle Kraken extended their winning streak to 3 games. 3 whole games they've won in a row. They ended up winning 3-1. One of them being an empty netter by Brandon Tanev, who has 4 goals in the last 3 games. Jaden Schwartz, he scored a goal. That was his 200th career goal. That was awesome. Matty Beniers had a sick goal as well. And the other goal was scored by a former Kraken player, and that's Ryan Donato. So all the Kraken were scoring yesterday. Up next for them tomorrow afternoon, taking on the Islanders.
Also from the world of sports, veteran Seattle Mariners broadcaster Dave Sims is leaving the team after 20 years to become the new radio voice of the New York Yankees on WFAN.
Yet again, the Yankees are taking Mariners, not just players, but also announcers.
Some of his most memorable Mariners calls over the years include Felix Hernandez's perfect game and Cal Raleigh's playoff-clinching home run.
3-2 to Cal. The pitch from Acevedo. A drive deep to right field. Down the line. The Mariners win this game 2-1. The dream lives. They're going to the playoffs. The drought is over. Cal Raleigh. Wow. Hey now. Hey now. Hey now.
I remember when the Mariners made the playoffs once. Do you guys remember? Thanks, Danny.
Ouch.
That was rough.
Ouch.
Hey, tonight's a reason not only to come to SOS Pro Wrestling in Edison Square, but at some point go outside and take a look at what they call the most stunning of all the supermoons, and that is called the Beaver Moon.
The Super Beaver.
The Super Beaver. So tonight's the night to go check out the Beaver Moon, as one meteorologist explains why it's called that.
This is known as the Beaver Moon, as it's often the time that beavers begin to go into their shelters.
Yes, they do.
Also, again, out of context, porn.
Right. Today's show is brought to you by the letter P for porn. Last night, the Eagles, I don't know if anyone has Saquon Barkley in our fantasy. Son of a bitch.
And we're going up against him, too.
Son of a bitch.
He's also Sarah's new boyfriend.
Oh, he's so hot. Over 30 points, he got us.
Including 2 touchdowns in 20 seconds as the Eagles beat the Commanders 26-18. The Eagles are now 8-2 in the NFC West.
To make it even worse, guess who our quarterback is? The quarterback for the Commanders.
Son of a bitch. Hopefully we don't say that on Sunday, as the Seahawks will be taking on the San Francisco 49ers. And speaking of the Seahawks, this morning at 7:20 a.m., we'll be joined by defensive end Miles Adams. That's going to be a lot of fun getting to chat with Miles. Number 95 for your Seattle Seahawks. As far as weather, 47 degrees and cloudy. That is the DMD, and that's what's up.
Yesterday, Mike Tyson gave the most incredible, strange, deep, and awkward interview.
To be honest with you, I've watched this interview 6 times, and every time I keep laughing.
It's with a 13-year-old girl. You seriously don't want to miss
amazing.
it. We'll play it for you at 6:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
When you think about businesses that are selling through the roof like Aloe, Allbirds, or Skims, sure, you think about a great product, a cool brand, and brilliant marketing. But an often overlooked secret is actually the businesses behind the business, making selling and, for shoppers, buying simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. Nobody does selling better than Shopify, home of the #1 checkout on the planet, and the not-so-secret secret, with Shop Pay that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts going abandoned, and way more sales going. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell whenever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout experience as business powerhouses like Alo, Allbirds, and Skims. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
The wait is finally over. Tonight is the night. Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, and it's on Netflix. And yesterday, Mike Tyson did a lot of weird things, but one of the weird things was an interview with Jazzy, who is a 13-year-old girl, and let's just say it was odd.
So, I pulled up the pic just so you can see what Jazzy is adorable. Jazzy's got her own little vibe going on with like her sunglasses and like a flashy top as well. She just seems adorable. And I've seen these before, especially in the world of wrestling. There's like this kid, he's like 8 or 9 years old, and he interviews the wrestlers, and they let their guard down and they have fun. So I'm like, oh, this is going to be fun. Mike Tyson with a cute, adorable 13-year-old girl. So you'd think that this interview is going to be just like very wholesome. It got deep in a very weird way. I didn't edit any of this. Usually I would, because I want you guys to go on an adventure, and that is the Mike Tyson adventure. Are you ready?
I don't know.
Well, in your return to the ring for this fight, you are setting a monumental opportunity for kids my age to see the legend Mike Tyson in the ring for the first time.
Now, that is a great point to bring up. I didn't even think about it. I'm like, wow, there's so many people that just know him as tattooed face, hangover, wacky podcast, pigeon farmer, but they don't know him as the boxer.
And here we go.
What type of legacy would you like to leave behind when it's all said and done?
Man, I don't know. I don't believe in the word legacy. I just think that's another word for ego. That's just some word everybody grabbed onto. Now it's used every 5 seconds. It means absolutely nothing to me. I'm just passing through. I'm going to die, and it's going to be over. Who cares about legacy after that?
This poor kid at this point has no idea what to say.
She was not expecting that.
No, and he's staring at her in the most intense way. It's like being like in a party with somebody who maybe did a little too many party favors, and they go on like a tangent, and they're kind of scaring you.
And you can't get out.
Yes.
So you're trapped.
What a big ego. So I'm going to die. I want people to think that I'm this, I'm great. No, we're nothing. We're just dead. We're dust. We're absolutely nothing. Our legacy is nothing.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that. That is something that I have not heard before, someone say that as an answer.
Can you really imagine somebody say, I want my legacy to be this way when you're dead? You think somebody really wants to think about you? I want people to think about me when I'm gone. Who the cares about me?
Oh I was hoping that she would then respond to that with,
oh, thank you so much for sharing that.
That poor kid.
It's at that moment that this sends her on the road to being like a journalistic, like Pulitzer Prize winning reporter type person, because now she knows how to handle the heavy stuff.
She did handle it really well. I think I would have just blanked and ran away.
Or it's this moment where she just retires her microphone and gets into Pokemon. One or the other. We don't know which adventure that Jazzy's going to go towards, but props to her for just standing there and dealing with strange Mike Tyson.
She was the boss. So maybe Mike Tyson doesn't care so much about his legacy, but what about you?
Legacy is nothing.
It's nothing. But what about you, Rockaholics? 206-803-ROCK. What kind of legacy do you hope to leave behind? The more ridiculous, the better. 206-803-ROCK. We'll take your calls after Green Day.
The Daily Migs Show.
What kind of legacy are you hoping to leave behind, Rockaholics? 206-803-ROCK.
Some of the text messages are coming in are great. One person says, I want to have the legacy of being the first person to convince Steve and Sarah that soup is amazing.
It is.
Wow.
You're going to have to go to your grave without ever being able to say that. I'm so sorry. Because it's good. It's just not a full-on meal.
Okay.
It's a whole other conversation. You can download yesterday's podcast, Daily Migs Daily Podcast, on the Odyssey app. So it said, my children are my legacy, and what they carry on after I'm gone, that's the only thing that really matters to me. Everything else is just fleeting, just a moment in time. And then we got another text that says, I would like to leave them something to have when I'm gone, and that could be considered a legacy. But I see it as a must for most parents.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do think about my kid a lot when it comes to like what legacy is. And it's weird because it does kind of connect to it because I recently experienced Tatum being embarrassed. Like she was somewhere and some lady, I'm glad I wasn't there because it would have gotten awkward. It was like an adult that like almost like got upset with Tatum about something that she was just being sweet. And then Tatum was just so embarrassed, started crying. Sid had to like try to calm her down. There was no calming her down. She brings her home. She's still crying. I'm holding her. And all I'm thinking is like, that's something that's important to me. And as dumb as it is, why I do like the wrestling stuff, why I always just share stupid stuff about me. Because my legacy is hopefully I don't give an F if I'm embarrassed. I don't care what anybody else thinks about me so long as I'm doing what I feel is the best version of me.
I love that.
And like part of the wrestling thing is for years I didn't want to do it because I was like, oh, my parents, everyone's like, no, grow up, don't do that, And now I'm just at that point, I guess with age that comes wisdom.
Sure.
I'm like, who cares? Like, who cares what? And I hope one day my daughter will look at her dad and be like, yeah, he's kind of embarrassing and he's kind of an idiot, but he's unapologetic about it, and I can appreciate that.
Totally.
Yeah.
I love that.
What about you?
I would say, obviously, my child is my legacy, but, I want to be remembered for being a good mom. I want to be remembered for, taking care of my community and giving back to my community. But most importantly, I want to be remembered for the fact that my Tupperware drawer is so well organized.
Well, you accomplished that, but what about the other things? I don't feel like you've nailed that just yet.
I'm very proud of my Tupperware.
All right, so we got Danny and Sarah in here.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Let's start with Danny. What do you think Danny wants his legacy to be?
The greatest emo night DJ to ever DJ.
Well, I've been there, and he's nailed it. He's crushed it.
He is the best.
He's way better than the emo night guys in Dallas that I went and saw. I think with Danny, he just wants to make sure that people will continue to rock the wallet chain.
Oh, absolutely.
You're both wrong. I just want to be remembered as the guy who will eat anything. I love food.
This is why he's so popular with the ladies.
Everything that is put in front of me. Soup, goat, pizza.
You have?
Spray lobster all over Sarah before I eat it.
Duck.
The duck.
And you want to go check out that place that Keith Lee, the TikTok guy, went
King's
to.
Barbecue.
King's Barbecue.
So bad. So yeah, that's what I want my legacy
And
to
don't
be.
forget when you just eat raw onions like they're apples.
Oh, so good.
Walla Walla sweet onion, you can eat like an apple for sure.
Don't encourage him.
No.
Thank you.
Sarah, I think Sarah's legacy
She's here for a good time, not a long time.
That is it.
Yeah.
Like if I
already know.
If I have one phone call to make and it's guaranteed fun, it's going to Sarah. That's who I'm calling.
Whenever the four of us are out.
Fun.
I guess that's a good point.
Yeah, it's not fun, Taryn.
Because with Taryn, things get weird with you rather quickly when you drink.
Yeah.
They do.
Is that considered fun?
I don't know. But I need a handler and a babysitter.
Because I think about when the four of us are out and when Taryn's like, I'm shutting it down, I'm like, that's probably a good idea.
Like you've hit your limit.
And then I look at Sarah and I'm like, I feel like I'll be up until 3, 4 in the morning with this girl.
Yeah. And everyone else in their 40s, they give up on the partying, right? Everyone's kind of accepted their fate. So she just wants to be the eternal party girl, even as she turns 45 next year.
I feel like it's just in me. I just have to accept that this is who I am. No matter what age I'm at, I'm always going to want to have a good time.
I love that.
Which is what I kind of love about you, is that you're just a loving wife. You adore your husband. You'll do anything for him. But then also, if you're out on a weekend, it's just you're just full on crazy mode.
I'm crazy. I'm do not wait up for me, babe.
Someone says, I think we need to see a picture of your Tupperware drawer now.
Oh, it's a spectacle.
I was going to say, she's going to go to the Container Store and take a picture of it.
And Marty and Yum said, yep, Danny did eat that hot-ass chip for charity after all.
That's very nice, Danny.
Yeah.
Rockaholics, how would you like to beat Steve? I would like to point out, by the way, that he's only 6 losses away from hitting 100 losses.
Oh, crap. And we're the year's almost over. I might be able to go the whole year without going triple digits. 325
wins, 94 losses, and 55 ties in 2024.
Let's go.
206-803-ROCK. We will play Beat Migs at 6:50.
The Daily Migs Show. Got a hot and heavy holiday on your mind? Lovers has the perfect pleasure presents with early Black Friday deals that will get you off the naughty list this year. Save up to 60% on the sexiest holiday gifts. Lovers Rewards members can win a holiday sweepstakes grand prize worth over $4,000. With 18 Western Washington locations, Lovers is the place for sexy holiday gifting. Mention presents for 20% off your purchase. Visit loversstores.com for official sweepstakes rules.
Every industry, every job site, any challenge. Purple Wave's upcoming December 5th construction auction has the Caterpillar equipment to tackle it all. We make it easy to connect, inspect, and bid, ensuring you can find the right equipment that's ready to go to work for you. The equipment is ready to inspect at our partner Copart's yard in your area. Bidding ends December 5th at purplewave.com. The easiest and most straightforward way to buy and sell equipment. purplewave.com.
Black Friday week is here, and so are amazing deals at Amazon. You'll save so much on early holiday athletic gifts, like bikes, tents, and outdoor gear. You'll have money left over for a premium yoga mat so you can try to touch your toes by New Year's. Almost there. Or that Pro Series 2-person sled with titanium alloy skis. Oh, what fun it is to save. Black Friday week is here with deals up to 35% off.
The Daly Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Migs, you're
Who's
a loser.
ready to beat me?
Apparently Taryn is already.
Dude, right? Well, I know I sure am, because we made it. It's Friday.
Friday, motherfucking Friday. Everybody's ready for the weekend.
It's Friday. Hey.
Oh my God. What is happening?
Blue Friday. SOS Pro Wrestling Friday. Fight!
Wow, and Taryn she is bouncing off the walls today, and she's not joining us watching Steve's match.
I'm sorry. I'm hanging out with my sorority sisters tonight in Portland.
Oh, you know what?
You guys, that town is in trouble.
I feel so bad for all of Portland. They're going to have to hear you drunk, like sorority girls sing those songs all night long.
It's going to be great.
Oh, is it?
Nobody other than you girls.
Right, really, though. I know. Let's get to Ernie from Vancouver. Ernie, are you there?
I'm here.
I'm Sarah, your host, and it's time for you to get out of here, Steve.
I was burnt for Halloween. This is awesome.
Oh, you finally have your Ernie.
I found my Ernie. I've been looking for you all this time.
Oh, man, I'm Ernie next year.
Dude, I'll be burnt next year. We'll meet up.
Oh, gosh.
Here we go.
Let's go.
It'll be awesome.
It's going to be the best Halloween ever.
For those playing at home, Ernie has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
When it comes to computer science, what does AI stand for?
Artificial intelligence.
Correct. Dan Quinn is the head coach for what NFL team?
Pass.
Ferrari cars are produced in which country?
Italy.
Yes. What is the Hawaiian name for yellowfin tuna?
Mahi.
No.
Pass.
Will Ferrell stars in what 2003 holiday movie?
Elf.
Yes. What state's nickname is the Golden State?
California.
No.
Pass.
Which planet in our solar system is known as the planet of love?
Venus.
Yes. What salty snack that can be used as a garland?
Popcorn.
Yes. What is the only metal that is liquid at room temperature?
Mercury.
Correct. Led Zeppelin released Whole Lotta Love in what late 60s year?
69.
Nice and yes.
Ew.
Ernie, you got 7 correct. And do you have a friend with you? Or is that just an echo?
I do.
What's
a
your
coworker.
What's your coworker's name?
Scott.
Hi, Scott. Thanks for helping Ernie.
Scott and Ernie in the mornings.
Where do you guys work?
We work for Ravenstone Construction here on Vancouver Island.
Nice.
Ooh.
Ravenstone.
It sounds like a house in Game of Thrones.
It does. Yeah, Ernie had a buddy, his coworker Scott. So it was a little tag team.
All right, let's go.
Okay, Bert, are you ready?
Go on.
When it comes to computer science, what does AI stand for?
Artificial intelligence.
You know it. Dan
AI uses
Quinn.
a lot of water. I didn't realize that.
What?
Yeah, our AI uses a lot of water, apparently.
Oh, that's interesting.
I
Dan
know.
Quinn is the head coach for what NFL team?
Kind of threw me off for a second. Dan Quinn is Atlanta Falcons?
No.
Dan Quinn. Damn it. Cowboys?
No.
I can't think of them. The Tennessee Titans.
No. Ferrari cars are produced in what country?
Italy.
Correct. What is the Hawaiian name for yellowfin tuna?
Ahi.
Yes. Will Ferrell stars in what 2003 holiday movie?
Elf.
You know it. What state's nickname is the Golden State?
That would be California.
No.
Florida.
No.
The Golden State?
Oh, the Garden State.
Oh, New Jersey.
My bad, sorry. Which planet in the solar system? Chill, everyone. Which planet in our solar system is known as the planet of love?
That would be Venus.
Yes. What salty snack can be used as garland?
Popcorn.
Correct. What is the only metal that is liquid at room temperature?
Mercury.
Wow. How do you know that?
Because I'm freaking smart.
Also, you have to give Scott and Ernie another point because you asked them the Golden State too.
Did I really?
Yes.
Which is California, right?
Yeah, you did.
Did they guess California?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you got to give them the point.
I can't read today. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me do some math here.
This can take forever.
It's just 10 questions.
Seven,
How
seven,
is
And Ernie in the morning.
Wow, okay, well then, because of my mistake, it is a beautiful tie. 8-8.
exactly how Bert and Ernie should be.
Yes, together forever.
We are 1-1-1.
Let's go.
That's great. Have a great day at work, you guys.
Thank you.
They're so nice.
You're welcome.
See, fun at work? Okay.
Yeah, who does that? Dan Quinn is the head coach for what NFL team?
I can't remember.
Only made this question because they played last night.
Commanders.
Yes.
Oh. Sorry.
We have more Beat Migs Police.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Jason, our production director,
I'm
just
very
walked in.
sorry to be this person.
Are we going to
but
go straight to the comments on this?
Ernie and Scott?
Yes.
Ernie said mahi and then ahi.
Oh,
and
I
you
thought-
did not accept that, and then they passed.
I thought he said mahi.
No. So no, you need to go back and listen to the audio just to be sure, because I'm fairly certain
It's
that
the
they
game's
got
already
win.
over, Jason. It was nice to see you. Have a great weekend.
All right, then.
Okay, Ernie and Scott, I'm so sorry, but that means you get 9 correct,
I mean,
which means you are
what
winners.
happened to you today? What is going on?
Yeah, I can't read.
No. I don't want to go. Listen, you know, the Seahawks got screwed against the Pittsburgh Steelers in the Super Bowl. The refs eventually did come back and say, you know what, there were some questionable calls that we regret making. Yeah. But they didn't all of a sudden say, hey, Seahawks, in the mail will be your Lombardi trophy.
But you know what they
The
did
game's
do?
already over.
You know what they did do, though? They did give them swirlies, so we have to go give Sarah a swirly after this.
That I think was just an internet rumor. But all I know is the game's already done. The tally has been made. We can't go back in time. It's a tie. Jason, thanks for nothing.
You're very welcome. And, of course, the tie goes to the winner, and that is Steve Miggs. So congratulations.
There's a lot of drama in here this morning.
Appreciate the ass-kissing moment right there.
Speaking of drama, Live Night is back on December 13th at Showbox Soda, where everything is performed live and you can be there to watch it all go down.
If you want to see a good train wreck when it comes to the music, highly recommend it, because right now it looks almost impossible for the new originals to get together to figure out these songs. And we got to perform them live, including me on drums, Ryan Castle on drums, Danny V's going to be jumping on the guitar, Thrill on bass, and then we got some talented musicians helping us out as well.
Yes. Thank God for them.
Yes.
Get your tickets now at KISW.com. There's a TikTok food critic by the name of Keith Lee, and he recently visited the beautiful Pacific Northwest, and he reviewed some local Seattle eateries. He has over 16 million followers. But did his reviews help those businesses? You're going to find out after Stone Temple Pilots.
The Daily Migs Show.
There is a popular TikTok food critic named Keith Lee, and he was visiting Seattle recently.
We had no idea who this guy was up until like 2 days ago when all of a sudden he started trending in the Pacific Northwest.
Apparently, everybody else knows who he is because he has over 16 million followers. And while he was in Seattle, he visited King's Barbecue House, Fob's Sushi Bar, and world-famous organic apple cider. But did it help out those businesses? Well, King 5 ended up doing a segment called The Keith Lee Effect on Local Businesses.
We're outside of King's Barbecue House off of 6th and Weller. It's these ducks hanging in this window that caught the eye of Keith Lee as he reviewed this business and others.
It was great, though. They showed the footage. It's just these ducks hanging because it doesn't look very fancy.
Quack, quack.
It looks kind of savage.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't look terrible. It just looks kind of savage. Like, it's like, here's what you can eat hanging from a string in our front window.
Nom nom.
Others showcasing them to his massive following with more than 16.5 million followers on TikTok. He made 4 stops in Seattle, the most popular, King's Barbecue House in Seattle CID. Those ducks in the window.
This is a 9.5 out of 10.
Owners say they've seen a surge in new customers.
This is, I think, called Keith Lee effect.
In effect, Vincent Chen, the owner of Fob Sushi Bar in Seattle's Belltown neighborhood, is in awe of.
Then they said, I saw something that said the extent of at least like a 50% uptick in business. And there was like line out the door over at King Street Barbecue. Like they just saw more foot traffic than they've seen in forever.
Wild.
People just like coming in from everywhere. It's like I saw like somebody's like driving like an hour drive to try us out.
Chen says there's been a 50% increase in sales, a major uptick to the point he's had to order more food and call in extra help from his family.
It's really helped a small business like us. That's cool. The best thing that ever happened to me.
That's awesome.
And now we got to make a lot of field trips because I want to go to all these places.
I always love that when like there's some like somebody shows some love for a place and then they find out they actually got an uptick in business.
Yes.
And I don't know, are you guys like me? If I see something on TV, I got to go there.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Like diners, drive-ins, and dives that I'm always like looking. Like there used to be an app. I think there's still a website like TV Food Maps, and it'll tell you like if I go anywhere, I go on there or I try and see what local eateries were featured on, and did I see that episode?
I love that.
Like I remember going to Hawaii. I think it was like the Giorgiano's shrimp truck back when I was eating like fish and stuff, and it was just like, we have to go there. My wife's just like, I don't eat any of this stuff. I'm like, I don't care. We got to go there. I've seen it on TV. I need to take a picture in front of it. And then when you're there, of course, you got to eat it.
And was it good?
It's freaking amazing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now we just need them to go to a soup house. So that way we can take Sarah and Steve to soup. You know what? Actually, you're not invited.
Good.
Me and Taryn are just going.
Soup party.
That's fine. Sarah and I will find somewhere more fun to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, vegan place.
Yeah.
I might eat some soup while watching the Seahawks game this Sunday versus the 49ers. Woo. And to get all of us ready and excited for the game, we will get to know defensive end Miles Adams at 7:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
When you think about businesses that are selling through the roof like Aloe, Allbirds, or Skims, sure, you think about a great product, a cool brand, and brilliant marketing. But an often overlooked secret is actually the businesses behind the business, making selling and for shoppers buying simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. Nobody does selling better than Shopify, home of the #1 checkout on the planet and the not-so-secret secret with Shop Pay that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts going abandoned and way more sales going. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell whenever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout experience as business powerhouses like Aloe, Allbirds, and Skims. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Happy Blue Friday, Rockaholics. We are counting down the days until the Seahawks take on the 49ers in San Francisco this Sunday at 1 p.m. on Fox. And we are joined this morning by Miles Adams, defensive end, number 95 for our Seattle Seahawks. Good morning, Miles.
Good morning.
How are you doing, my man?
I'm blessed. I cannot complain. How y'all doing today?
Oh, we're doing great. How was your? How was the bye week?
Oh, very relaxing. Got to go home. Home is Texas. Got to see my family members, celebrate a couple birthdays. It was a good time.
Oh, nice.
Now, being that you are a Texas boy, where do you go for the best barbecue in Texas? I know it's a big debate all the time.
I go to my backyard, me and my father.
All right.
I love it. That is awesome. How are you guys feeling with the rest? Give us a vibe of how the team's feeling going into the next phase of the season.
Yeah, of course. Bye week, much needed for everybody. Mental break, physical break. But I think the approach that we take week in and week out is obviously very, very sharp, very intentional. The work we get in, we get out, and we have a lot of time to recover and take time for our bodies and get guys that have families spend time with their children, their wives, etc. So I think we have a really good approach.
We're talking with Miles Adams from our Seattle Seahawks. You can follow him on Instagram. Handle is @It'sMilesJ. Miles, what does the J stand for?
Oh, that's my middle name.
Right on. Now, and also another question for you, Miles. I noticed on your Instagram you posted something that said last slide, and so I scrolled to your last slide, and it said, I am in no rush. I will take the scenic route. Tell us about that.
It's a little bit about how I've been feeling overall with this season, whether you attribute it to how our season's going with football or just personally being present, being where my feet are, not being in a rush to have anything, pretty much relinquishing controlling what I can, and just enjoying the process.
I've always wondered this because especially in your position, you are constantly getting hitting people. It's a grueling position to play. What is the next day like when you wake up in the morning? Because, I'm not getting any younger, and I wake up in the morning and everything seems to hurt. And I'm not playing football and getting beat up on for over an hour, and not to mention all the practice. How do you feel the next morning?
No, after a game, I've never been hit by a car, but I kind of feel like I know how it feels to be hit by a car, if you know what I mean.
So what do you do to how do you warm that up? Do you take a cold shower? Do you have a massage table? What's the refresh for you?
No, it always starts with good 15 minutes to just sit in the bed and think about how you're planning to get out of it.
Yes.
But yeah, massages, I'm a fan of dry needling and acupuncture. I think that helps out very well. But overall, I stretch a lot. I try to make sure I stay limber, stay mobile. And that's usually the key. Motion is lotion. I stand on that.
Very true.
If you are not moving, you are only getting stiffer.
Now, Miles, yesterday we had a little bit of a disagreement on this show, and I just want to get your 2 cents on this. Can soup be an entire meal?
Oh, my gosh.
It depends on what kind of soup.
If you got some bread to soak it up with.
Yeah. If you got your roux or your broth, you got some vegetables and protein and a little bit of carbs, that sounds like a full meal to me.
Okay, now on the same topic of meals, let's say hypothetically you're offered a deal. You got to go out to dinner with one of your teammates, and if they are late, you win $1 million. Which teammate are you inviting to dinner?
I feel like I'm throwing someone under the bus.
Do it.
I got to say Reek Woolen.
All right.
Nice. Now, I know you have a million things going on, but one last question for you, because tonight everybody is talking about this big fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. And I don't know if you're a big boxing fan, if you're paying much attention to it, but if you are, how do you feel about this? What do you think is going to happen?
I personally think Iron Mike Tyson is a force to be reckoned with, so I have my money on Iron Mike.
Same. I mean, I don't care how old he is. I watch these video clips, and that guy is still moving pretty quick. I don't know if he has the cardio, but I don't think he needs it.
Yeah, if one of those hits connect, I think it's lights out.
Our Seattle Seahawks playing the 49ers in San Francisco this Sunday, 1 p.m. on Fox. Miles Adams, thank you so much. Go Hawks. We look forward to the game this weekend.
Thank you.
Take care.
Have you ever had your car stolen?
A loaner car. It was very embarrassing.
Where did they find it? Where did it end up?
Yes.
Where was it?
At a Jack in the Box in Sumner. They had a low jack on it. It's so great because they're like, I'm so sorry. And they're like, don't worry about it. We got a low jack. We'll find it. And they're like, when I went in to kind of handle some stuff with the dealership, they're just like, you won't believe it. They did this. They stopped at this parking lot. It looked like they were doing a bunch of donuts. Then they stopped at the popular drug house in Sumner, and then they just left it at Jack in the Box. I'm like, that sounds like an awesome night out.
That's what you tell your wife. Oh,
yeah.
Sorry, babe. It just got stolen. I don't know how I ended up at Jack in the Box.
It's me and Danny. We had a crazy night out together.
So, Rockaholics, we want to hear from you. Have you ever had your car stolen, and where did it end up? 206-803-ROCK. Give us a call so we can hear your story. 206-803-ROCK. We'll take your calls after Ozzy Osbourne.
The Daily Migs Show.
Have you ever had your car stolen, and where did it end up? 206-803-ROCK. We're asking this because car thefts in Washington State have reportedly dropped significantly this year.
Which I got to say, I was shocked when I saw that stat.
Yeah.
I thought for sure that because you just hear these stories of cars being stolen all the time that, oh, man, it's got to be bad here.
This year, 24,000 vehicles stolen so far, but that is a 30% decrease from last year.
All right. Way to go, Washington.
We're going the right way. Have you
That's
ever had your car stolen, and where did it end up? 206-803-ROCK. Matthew in Monroe, you have had your car stolen. Where was it found?
In Idaho.
What?
Was it stolen here?
Yep.
And,
Monroe.
And what kind of shape was the car? Was it a total loss, or were you able to just get it back and use it again?
No, it was a total loss. I was able to drive it back, but only because it was wintertime. He blew the head gaskets in it, so it would overheat real quick. It was a Subaru, of course, but I was able to drive it back here and then just get rid of it, total it.
I wonder what their plan was. Do you think they were trying to go as far as possible, and then they just kind of blew, and they're like, screw it. I guess we're going to get some potatoes in Idaho.
He got out of jail in Mount Vernon and made his way south to here in 2 days, and then found my car and got it and was heading for, I believe, Wisconsin, and they caught him in Idaho.
My follow-up question would be, why the hell are you going to Wisconsin?
Jeff from Tacoma, tell us about your car theft story.
Yeah, well, I had a 70 Chevy pickup truck, and at the time I was a painter at an auto body shop. And anyways, I go out to lunch to go get in my truck, get my lunch, and my truck's gone. And so, later on, the cops had found it, and they found it. It was next to a scrapyard or junkyard in Puyallup, which is where I worked. Anyways, in the back of that truck was also a motor for my another car that I had. And anyway, so they not only took my truck, but they also took my motor So they, in a sense, took two of my cars. And anyways, I didn't have a license at the time, so the cops weren't very helpful on getting it back for me, and it got impounded. And,
you had two cars but no license?
And they're like, yeah, buddy, we're on it.
They're like, well, what the heck? I was like, oh, you got to get to work somehow.
I'm sure they love that answer. You want to know one of the craziest car stealing? It didn't, not my car, but I remember a few years ago, a house in our development, they were still building houses. So there was a house that wasn't fully built, went on fire. It was awful. It was like just a couple houses from us. It could have been really bad. A couple of the houses had massive fire damage. Someone had to move out, and it was terrible. I'm like, was this an electrical issue? You start thinking, I'm like, is our house safe? Did they build these houses bad? And then finally I ran into the lady that was the on-site realtor, and I'm like, what happened? She's like, you won't believe what happened. Somebody stole a car, drove it into our development, parked it in the garage that wasn't done yet, set the car on fire, and then it set the house on fire. And I was like, wow, that was a rather crazy. It was like, in a way, I felt better knowing that I was like, okay, at least the houses are built well, because I was a little scared it was an electrical issue, but still, that was bonkers.
From an action movie.
It was crazy.
206-803-ROCK. Have you ever had your car stolen, and where did it end up? Johnny Brown, tell us your car theft story.
Hey, guys, how you doing?
What up, Johnny?
Oh, man, I got my car stolen right out in front of my house. I had a for sale sign on it, and the next day I came out, it was gone. The cops found it a day later. They took my low-profile wheels off and put some regular wheels on, stole my stereo and my hands-free inside the vehicle. I felt violated.
Oh,
it's the worst feeling.
I was going to sell it for $3,000, and I ended up just taking it to pull apart and gave it to them for $200. That's how violated I felt.
That's brutal.
Somebody texted, my car was stolen, then it was caught in a shootout. The most Tacoma thing ever.
Wow. Billy Joe is in Tacoma. Do you have another crazy Tacoma car theft story?
Yeah, my daughter called me one night freaking out because her car got stolen. So I told her to call the cops. And she calls the cops, and they find the car across the street from her apartment at Tacoma Community College, still running. It was a Kia, so they had busted out the driver's the steering wheel and drove it over across the street. The cops got a hold of her, and they were like, we found it. It's just across the street. Usually we have these cars towed. but since you're just across the street, do you want to just come get it? So she was like, yeah. Then she got it back over to her house. Turns out she has a bad habit of not filling the gas tank up, so there was very little gas in the gas tank.
To be honest with you, I thought you were going to say the person who stole it filled up the gas tank.
Yeah, they looked at the gas tank and were like, no, we can't get anywhere with this. We're just going to park it.
Just leave it running.
How about this texter said my Honda Accord was stolen. They drove it off the Tacoma Narrows boat launch after a high-speed chase. Oh, wow. Total loss.
Wow. That's intense.
Yes.
Rick and Shelton, have you ever had your car stolen, and where did it end up?
Yes, it's been stolen, and so we lived in Sequim, and we had just moved into a house, and we had a garage sale, and there was this kid standing there, and for the longest time, just kind of eyeballing everything. Well, anyway, a couple days later, house got broken into while we were sleeping in it, and yeah, it was freaky. He walked in the house, walked around into the kitchen, picked up my wife's purse, walked out through the garage, threw her purse out, got in her car, stole the neighbor's bicycle, put it in the car, and then took off. So
pretty eventful night for him.
It was. Anyway, so anyway, all that after the cops and stuff in the morning and everything, I had all my rifles and stuff stolen out of my garage. Because like I said, we had just moved into this house.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. And was headed to the police department or the pawn shop because that's where I picked up one of my rifles. And I didn't have the serial number. They would. So my daughter and I were tooling on into Port Angeles, and the car pulled right out in front of me.
Oh, you got to be kidding me! What?
Yeah. So it was just crazy. So I called the cops while I'm right behind my wife's car, and so I'm on the phone. They were like on a three-way phone call with the sheriff's department, the state patrol, and the city police. Oh, and the Sequim City Police. So Port Angeles, Sequim. It was just a friggin' nightmare, but I get to follow this guy around, in my wife's car, and he goes down into this little kind of secluded neighborhood. It's got one entrance in and one entrance out. There's a back road and a front road. And so they kind of had him surrounded, and then so he ended up dumping the car in a little tiny neighborhood.
Dude, I feel like if I was in that situation, once I start following, I'd be like, Siri, play Mission Impossible theme.
Right.
Stat, let's go.
I'm going to handle this myself. Rockaholics, I hope you were tuned into the men's room yesterday at 5:40 because we gave out a cheat sheet for the 750 edition of Beat Migs. And Steve has a record of 325 wins, 95 losses, and 55 ties in 2024.
My phone started playing it.
What? Oh, I thought you were doing that on purpose.
No.
I was like, see, why did you just pull it up on your computer?
I was like, why did my phone just turn on?
206-803-ROCK. We will play Beat Migs at 750.
Siri, stop.
Nope. The Daily Migs Show.
Every industry, every job site, any challenge. Purple Wave's upcoming December 5th construction auction has the Caterpillar equipment to tackle it all. We make it easy to connect, inspect, and bid, ensuring you can find the right equipment that's ready to go to work for you. The equipment is ready to inspect at our partner Copart's yard in your area. Bidding ends December 5th at purplewave.com. The easiest and most straightforward way to buy and sell equipment. purplewave.com.
Got a hot and heavy holiday on your mind? Lovers has the perfect pleasure presents with early Black Friday deals that will get you off the naughty list this year. Save up to 60% on the sexiest holiday gifts. Lovers Rewards members can win a holiday sweepstakes grand prize worth over $4,000. With 18 Western Washington locations, Lovers is the place for sexy holiday gifting. Mention presents for 20% off your purchase. Visit loversstores.com for official sweepstakes rules.
Black Friday week is here, and so are amazing deals at Amazon. You'll save so much on early holiday electronic gifts, like monitors, tablets, and video games. you'll have money left over for that drum set for your little drummer. And some noise-canceling headphones. Or an outdoor speaker system so the entire neighborhood can hear your holiday tunes. Oh, what fun it is to save. Black Friday week is here with deals up to 35% off.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know I sure am, because we made it. It's Friday.
Friday, motherfucking Friday. Everybody's ready for the weekend. It's
Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend. Friday, getting down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend. Partying. Fun. Looking forward to the weekend.
Be aggressive. Be aggressive.
Wow.
Let's go, Hawks.
Aggressive.
Be aggressive.
So, for all of those who can't see, we will definitely be posting video of that. But Taryn just whipped out her pom-poms.
And that's not a euphemism.
No.
HR. We don't want to get in trouble.
That would have been more thrilling than what just happened. No, just kidding.
She was jumping so much, I was a little worried they were going to pop out.
I know, right? Wow, that was impressive. She did a high kick and everything.
That was the greatest Beat Migs cheer I've ever seen.
Where did those pom-poms even come from?
Oh, she's had them here.
Sarah and I brought some of our high school, things in a couple weeks ago. Sarah brought her tap dancing shoes. And I brought my pom-poms.
Did I miss show and tell at Ballard High School?
You know, Taryn and I are going to start a little cheer dance team.
Yeah.
Well, good luck to you guys.
Thank you so much. We need it, clearly. Let's get to James in Olala. James, are you there?
Yes.
James, were you listening to the cheat sheet on the men's room around 5:40 yesterday?
I missed it yesterday.
That's okay.
You know what? That's okay. It's an even playing field. Steve, it's time for you to get out of here.
Bye-bye.
Maybe if James wins, Taryn will pull out her pom-poms again and give you a little cheer.
I will absolutely be cheering for James.
Well, for those playing at home, James has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yes, let's go.
What color house does the president live in?
White.
Yes. My Chemical Romance has the hit song, Welcome to the Black What?
Pass.
What insurance company slogan says, it's on your side?
Nationwide.
Correct. The first balloon in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade was what cartoon cat?
Garfield.
No.
Pass.
What singer has the most 2025 Grammy nominations?
Taylor Swift.
No. Good guess, though.
Pass.
Which country has the most number of U.S. states bordering it?
Canada.
Correct. Who played Kevin in the holiday movie Home Alone?
Macaulay Culkin.
Yes. What pastry is phyllo sheets stuffed with nuts and honey?
Pass.
How many dollars is in a roll of dimes? Correct.
Woo.
And with that, James, you get 5 right.
All right. I'm going to bring out my good luck pom-poms.
Come on, bring them out.
Let's
Shake
go,
'em.
James.
I'm on James's side, but I'm nervous. Steve seems to be in the zone.
No.
Here he
Steve
comes.
will get no cheer.
Here he comes.
Why does he get this?
It's the champ. We're going to see him wrestle tonight, so he needs the music. Let's go. SOS Pro Wrestling, Edison Square. A couple people did text, want to know where to get info, and it's just sosprowrestling.com. Most of us from the show will be there, except for one party pooper.
She's so mad.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, she won't be bringing her pom-poms because she won't be there. How sad. Steve, are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
What color house does the president live in? You'll never know. You'll never guess it. It's really hard.
Shot in the dark, but maybe white.
Oh, my goodness. Yes, you're so smart. Yes. My Chemical Romance has the hit song, Welcome to the Black what?
Parade.
Correct. What insurance company's slogan says it's on your side?
Nationwide.
Is on your side. Yes. The first balloon in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade was what cartoon cat?
Is there like a weird theme going from white to black to parade to then this one? Never mind.
Oh, wow. I like
Garfield?
No.
Jerry?
No.
Cat. Heathcliff.
No. What singer has the most 2025 Grammy nominations?
Beyonce.
Correct. Which country has the most number of U.S. states bordering it?
Canada.
Yes. Who played Kevin in the holiday movie Home Alone?
Macaulay Culkin.
Yes. What pastry is phyllo sheets stuffed with nuts and honey?
What?
What pastry is phyllo sheets stuffed with nuts and honey?
Phyllo sheets?
Phyllo.
I don't know, baklava?
Yes, you do know, yes.
Isn't it pronounced philo?
I thought it was phyllo.
I think she's right because it's phyllo dough.
Yeah, come on. I didn't realize that question sounds so dirty.
Well, you said phyllo and nuts. I don't know.
And stuffed.
Just waiting for the word D's to be put in the middle of it all.
Anyway, Steve, you got 7 correct, which is a win, 7-5. Sorry, James.
Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust.
One you both missed. The first balloon in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
It's a cat.
Yes, it's a cat.
You know,
Felix.
think of, I was going to say,
Felix the
tattoos. Yeah.
Oh,
Felix the cat.
that makes sense.
The first ever balloon, which I think personally the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is the best and only good thing about Thanksgiving. So I'm very excited about it.
Dude, my wife gets really fired up for the Thanksgiving Day Parade. I have to make sure I DVR it just in case if she's busy so she can watch it. And I get it. I do enjoy the floats.
Did you ever go to it, Steve, when you lived in New York?
Hell no.
Yeah, that's the worst thing you could
That is
possibly do
on
on
my-
Thanksgiving.
That's
In
my
the
bucket
cold,
list.
waiting out there. You got to get a good spot so you can't use a bathroom. It's like New Year's Eve and Thanksgiving Day Parade are two things I would never do, even when I was growing up.
I want to do both of those things so bad in New York, but no one wants to do them with me.
No, because most of your friends realize how awful of an experience it would be.
Yeah, George does too. So if anyone wants to out there, let me know.
A great experience, though, would be coming to Live Night to hang with us. And Rockaholics, it's happening on December 13th at Showbox Soda, where everything is performed live in front of the audience.
And just like today, it's going to be a Blue Friday, and we're going to have Walter Jones joining us at Live Night. So he's going to be at the Showbox with us, Showbox Soda. So if you're a big Seahawks fan, come hang out with Big Walt and us.
Get your tickets now at KISW.com. Yesterday was a random coincidental day for both Migs and myself. Both of us got our oil changed. Both at a different Kia dealership.
Woo!
Both for a Sportage.
Whoa, man.
And both of us had hilarious run-ins with listeners. So what happened, we will tell you after Rush.
The Daily Migs Show.
Like the responsible auto owners that we are, Steve, Migs, and I both got our oil changed yesterday.
Kind of funny that we both had them scheduled for yesterday.
Yes, both at Kia dealerships, different dealerships. And Migs, you were at Kia of Puyallup.
Right, so you're rocking Kia of Everett.
Yeah.
I was in Kia of Puyallup. Went and brought my sport. We both have Sportages. I think they're both 2023s, and this wasn't even intentional. Wow. It's with such dorks.
We are.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. Granted, different colors at least. So
Yeah,
we're unique
it's
in
less
that
weird.
way, guys. But so usually when I go there, I drop it off, and then I sit on the comfortable couch, and I fall asleep.
Do you
And-
on purpose, like fall asleep on purpose, or does it happen on accident?
No, I pull out my phone and I try and watch some shows, but like within, I'd say 5 minutes, because it's by the end, it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon when I go there, and I'm kind of tired. I just drove that long haul from Seattle to Puyallup. So I just sit back, and you know what? I never fight it, though. I'm like, screw it. If I fall asleep, I fall asleep. I'll wake up eventually. I don't usually sleep for more than an hour. So all of a sudden, and the last time I had my oil changed, I woke up to our friend Penelope, the OnlyFans model. Wasn't a dream. This was a reality. Like, there she was. And she's just like, are you Steve? I'm like, yeah. Who are you? And she's like, I'm Penelope. I was like, oh, that's funny. You just woke me up. I'm sorry. That was awkward. But so this time, I'm all of a sudden I hear, Steve. Hey, Steve. Hey, Steve. Like, huh? And he's like, your car's ready. And it was another dude that was just sitting on the couch.
They were probably calling your name, and this guy's like, I think it's Sleepy Man.
Turns out he knew me because he's a listener. And he's just like, he didn't want to bug me, but he also heard them calling my name. So I was like, oh, thanks. And as I was leaving, I'm like, hey, thanks for waking me up. So I didn't have to stay here longer. He's like, yeah, I'm a big fan of the show. I think his name was Travis, if I remember correctly. But he was an awesome dude. Really nice guy. But I was just like, of course. Both times I fall asleep. Both times I'm woken up by listeners of the show.
Well, I had
pretty
to do,
on brand.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I had to do an oil change, and then I got some maintenance done, and so it was going to be a couple hours for me at Kia of Everett. And shout out to Nick and the crew there that took great care of me. But I knew I was going to have a few hours to kill, so I thought, well, I'll just look for a local nail salon on Everett Mall Way and walk down there.
Living the soccer mom dream,
right? So and Nick told me, he's like, if you need a ride anywhere, we can give you a ride, and then we can pick you up afterwards if you want to go kill some time. And I'm like, you know what?
That's awesome.
Well, that's what I thought too. But I thought, I'm going to get my steps in today. I'll walk.
It would be funny if I got to get to Portland. Can you give me a lift?
So I start walking, and all of a sudden the skies open up, and it just starts dumping, and like sheets of rain. And I had a coat on, but it was not really like a raincoat. So it's immediately just soaking into my entire body. I get to this nail salon, and they're like, oh my God, would you like a hot coffee? Yes, please, I would like a hot coffee. And I just sat there and dried out for, an hour, got my nails done. But then I remembered that I could get a ride back. So I called the dealership.
How far is this place?
I was like, 10, 13-minute walk, something like that.
Okay, so just a couple minutes in the drive.
But it was still pouring, and I'm not walking back. My coat is still soaked. I'm wet. I don't want to do that again. So they send a lift to pick me up.
Say, hey, can you guys come pick me up? I'm wet, and I need a lift.
So they sent a lift to pick me up, and I get into the lift, and they're listening to the men's room.
Aww. That's awesome.
Yeah, so we started talking about KISW, and the guy was a big fan of the men's room, but he hates our show. So
that's good. Don't give him a shout out.
Too.
I'm an Uber guy after all.
It was awesome though. It was awesome. And yeah.
Wait, so I thought they were like sending like somebody who works at the dealership to come grab you because they have a couple cars that they
courtesy cars.
Right.
No, they sent a lift. They sent me my own driver.
That's awesome.
It was fantastic, and now my car's running great. Just in time to go to Portland tonight.
Have fun there.
While you have fun in Tacoma.
We will.
Something else exciting happening tonight is the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight on Netflix. We have no idea how this is going to shake loose. It's going to be crazy.
No, everybody has an opinion, which is fun to see on the internet.
Oh, yeah. So that means we're going to have to go straight to the comments at 8:20.
Yes, the Daily Migs Show.
When you think about businesses that are selling through the roof like Aloe, Allbirds, or Skims, sure, you think about a great product, a cool brand, and brilliant marketing. But an often overlooked secret is actually the businesses behind the business, making selling and for shoppers buying simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. Nobody does selling better than Shopify, home of the #1 checkout on the planet and the not-so-secret secret with Shop Pay that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts going abandoned and way more sales going. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell whenever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout experience as business powerhouses like Aloe, Allbirds, and Skims. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Everyone knows social media is a time suck. And what you're about to hear proves it. If it's online, someone, somewhere, has an opinion and is whining about it. So let's get straight to the comments.
Tonight is finally the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight on Netflix, and we have no idea how this is going to end up. It could be a total chaotic night.
It's unheard of. A 58-year-old man who used to be, just a killer in the ring, and still has speed, still in great shape, but is also 58 years old, almost 60, taking on this knucklehead.
Young punk
who's just, I don't know if they're drug testing, but he looks a little swollen.
Beefy.
Yes.
So you know who does know how this is going to shake out is the internet. So
Dude, you're right.
we should definitely go straight to the comments.
I feel like the majority of my posts on social media right now are somebody sharing their opinion. I'm actually being entertained by just hearing what everyone's thinking. So we sent some of these posts to our production director, Jason, and said, hey, pick out some of your favorite and reenact them however you'd like. And he did just that. And he decided to reenact them as if Mike Tyson was reading these.
Oh, no.
So we're going to send these to Mike Tyson, and he's going to come to Seattle and beat the crap out of Jason.
Oh, God, yes.
Are you ready for the first comment?
Yeah.
As read to us by Mike Tyson?
Yes.
Will old man Tyson be wearing the pins? One punch from Mike is going to make Jake Paul and Mike Tyson poop themselves.
I will say I appreciate that it's not one punch from Jake Paul is going to make him poop himself. It's going to be the punch that he throws.
Right. He's going to hit him so hard that he's going to crap himself while Jake Paul's... Okay, here's our next comment.
Joke Paul's going out on a stretcher. Iron Storm cometh.
Joke Paul?
Instead of Jake
That's
Paul.
very, very creative.
He's doing a great job of being a heel, like being the bad guy. I mean, maybe it just comes natural for him, but he is, I think the entire world is pulling for Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Except for maybe Logan Paul and the Paul, and maybe even the parents are kind of like, we want to see our son get smacked around a little bit.
Nope, would not get in there with Iron Mike, not for $1 million. Still too fast.
Some of the clips I've seen, some of them I question if they were like maybe sped up by like a 0.1% or something like that. You know, like that some of them looked like even the trainer was moving fast, but then they showed some recent ones with the trainer and he did not look like he was moving fast and Mike Tyson was flying.
Wow.
This is going to be fun.
This is not a fight, it's a show. Jake Paul is a joke.
I feel like the world is either going to be like, that was amazing, it was awesome to see Mike Tyson again, or everyone's going to be like, we got duped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, is it going to be one of those, is it going to be predetermined? Is it going to be a lot of like, just grabbing and hugging and holding and nobody's really going to try and beat each other up?
That also sounds like what might happen tonight at your wrestling match.
That's the nice thing. You have two choices. Either on the national level, you can watch a predetermined fight, or you can come locally and see some predetermined fights at Edison Square in Tacoma for SOS Pro Wrestling. A couple more comments about Mike Tyson, as read to us by Mike Tyson.
Play for Jake Paul. Not that he's going to win anything, just that he makes it out alive.
Alive.
Yeah, so 58, I don't want to take a punch from Mike Tyson.
Hell no.
No.
That just sounds like your skull is going to be crushed.
If I want to watch an old man fight, I'll go to Old Country Buffet when someone grabs the last lobster tail out of Edwin's geriatric hands.
Why is his name Edwin? It doesn't sound like an old man.
So you're going to be in the wrestling ring.
Yes.
I'm going to be at a 40th birthday party.
Yes.
What are we going to do? Watch on our phones?
Yes. I plan on watching. I'm probably, because it shows. Well, it starts at 5. There's probably going to be a crap ton of like preliminary stuff. I think there's some good fights. It's at AT&T Stadium in Dallas. That holds like over 100,000. I think when you have a ring in the middle, like it's going to be a lot of people there. I don't know what time that fight's actually going to start. Probably closer to 8. So I'm hoping I could watch it on my phone. If not, I'll just watch the clips that end up on social media.
Get the Cliff Notes.
Yeah.
Hey, you remember Pamela Anderson, of course.
Yes.
You know, the woman who once starred in Baywatch.
Yes.
You know, the woman who had a sex tape with Tommy Lee.
Yes.
Well, that same woman could potentially win an Academy Award this year for a movie that she is in.
Wow.
We're going to tell you what's trending after Nirvana.
The Daly Migs Show.
We know that many of you are just waking up. You're just starting your morning, and you're trying to keep up on the world of pop culture going into the weekend, and there's so much happening. We're here to help you out and tell you what's trending.
Trending on the Daly Migs Show. What's trending? Let's go. Let's go.
Pamela Anderson plays an aging Las Vegas showgirl in a movie called The Last Showgirl.
Sold.
Say less.
Take my money. Can I watch this at home?
So this was shown
That did not sound the way I meant for it to come out. I'm too lazy to go to a theater. This isn't a Pamela Anderson moment.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
I promise.
So this film was recently shown at a film festival, and immediately Oscar buzz is happening for Pamela's performance. And it could be one of those fabulous comeback stories for her. Here is part of the trailer.
Places, please, for the final performance of the Razzle Dazzle.
Las Vegas used to treat us like movie stars. Costumes, sets. We were ambassadors for style and grace. The Las Vegas showgirl.
I don't know. I mean, the trailer, it's hard to tell. I mean, maybe that's good acting. I have no idea. I need to see the whole product, but I'm rooting for her. I know that sounds silly to say, but I love when like there's like that comeback story, and maybe with her, like there really wasn't ever a story of her being a good actress. No offense. Like that would be freaking amazing.
I'm all for that. Did you watch her documentary? Pamela,
No.
A Love Story.
I didn't. I don't care that much.
That makes me root for her even more.
I watched her other documentary with Tommy Lee.
With Tommy Lee, I watched that one too.
So good.
Where he's steering the boat without his hands.
Yeah. Impressive.
Select theaters will have the movie The Last Showgirl on December 13th, nationwide January 10th.
So a question for you then, because I think if this happens, this is like the ultimate comeback story for her, or it's the ultimate redemption story. Can you think of like a time where like you saw a great movie comeback? Because two popped into my mind when you were talking about Pamela Anderson. First one being John Travolta. Kind of, he was obviously on top of the world at one point when he was younger. And then like the Look Who's Talking, arguable. I thought they were great, but some people thought this is where he started going downhill.
I love those movies.
Same. They were freaking amazing. But then he came back in full force with Pulp Fiction.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like a career resurgence. And the other one, I don't know if it was a career resurgence after this, but he was kind of a joke, Mickey Rourke, for a while. And then he did that movie, The Wrestler. And people were like, holy crap, this is an incredible film.
Those are two good calls.
And he crushed it.
I love that.
What about you? Do you have any that you can think
God.
of? Anyone?
Put me on the spot, Steve.
You guys always tell me, because it was a little before my time, but Iron Man.
Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr.,
yeah.
How he went through a really rough time. I only know him as Iron Man, so I didn't know he had such a history.
That might be the ultimate. Like, if you were going to put together like a top list, I think there's no argument at number one. This guy was found naked in random people's apartments playing like he was like a mess. Like, I think a lot of people just assumed at some point we're going to have the news story of him passing away because he was hopped up on drugs. He was making bad life choices. But you're right. A whole generation just knows him as an incredible actor, Iron Man.
I got one. Brendan Fraser.
Ooh.
Because he did all the like dumb, like, George of the Jungles and everything like that. But then he went through all the stuff that he went through. And then he came back and he's been doing the stuff with like The Whale.
Oh,
and
yeah.
That was like amazing. He's an amazing actor. Oh, I love him.
That's a good point because, he was on top of the world for a minute. And then people were just like, nah, he's kind of trash.
Yeah.
And now he's considered to be one of the best actors again.
For sure.
That's awesome. I got great news for everybody who loves pickles.
Oh, yeah.
Oh!
Burger King just made news. And to me, this is bigger than Mike Tyson's fight. This is bigger than Pamela Anderson being a respected actress. They just introduced pickle fries. In celebration of yesterday was being National Pickle Day. They're pickle spears. They're battered. They're breaded. They have savory seasoning. And they're also served, Danny, Hidden Valley Ranch for dipping.
Let's go.
Now, I'm just assuming that these are dill pickles and that there's not an option for sweet pickles because sweet pickles are trash.
No, because you don't need to add anything to a sweet pickle to make them better like you do have to dill pickle.
No, you just throw them straight in the trash. Exactly.
Well, if this pickles your fancy,
Oh, no.
they are available for a limited time while supplies last.
Maybe I'll finally eat my first Whopper with a side of pickle fries.
They also have like the Whopper because they also do the fried pickle ranch Whopper. So you could get that. They're doing that. I don't know if you know this, but they're doing like $1 million. Well, I know too much about Whoppers. They're doing the $1 million Whopper contest right now.
What is that?
It's like people could come up with their own concoctions for a Whopper. And one of the way that they like kind of like started it all off was with the pickle ranch Whopper. They're also giving away like 1 million Whoppers.
Why?
Why not?
Why do you know this, though?
Because the Whopper is the GOAT of fast food burgers.
And you can't even eat it now. It's really sad for you.
No, you can eat the Impossible one. Okay. It's not as good. As a guy who's had both, it's not as good, but it's good enough to just kind of satiate that Whopper need.
Let's keep talking about food here. There is a recent survey that revealed mashed potatoes remain the most popular Thanksgiving side dish in the United States, topping the list in 19 states.
Oh, here we go.
Stuffing follows closely, winning the most votes in 16 states, including New York and Washington.
Stuffing.
Now, this one's always weird to me.
I don't know why I got so...
Stuffing. Mac and cheese.
There's better sides than stuffing.
Do you consider mac and cheese a Thanksgiving side?
Yes.
No.
See, I don't either, and
I mean,
it's on the list too.
Now, don't get it twisted up like that. I'm like, if I showed up to a place and they had mac and cheese at the Thanksgiving, I wouldn't be like, get this out of here and throw it out the window. I'd be like, that's freaking awesome. I never thought of having mac and cheese at Thanksgiving.
What do you mean? You've never thought? You don't have it every year?
We don't.
What is wrong with you people?
It's the third.
I don't need that kind of judgment from across the hall.
It's very
third
judgmental.
place in the Thanksgiving side dish competition, and it's very popular in North Carolina, Florida, and Texas. And then Oregon, where I will be later today, the most popular dish there is also mashed potatoes.
Oh, so they're at the top spot.
Yeah.
What would be your number one?
Honestly, I love stuffing so much. I could get down with stuffing. It does not have to be Thanksgiving. I love stuffing. You know what the best thing is, too? Take your leftover stuffing, put it in a waffle iron, and waffle it. Oh,
Are you okay?
No. And then if you waffle it, if you make 2 waffles of the stuffing, then you can put your turkey sandwich inside of the waffles.
I love this so much.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited for Thanksgiving, and these two are not. Well, I guess Steve is, but Sarah just hates.
I love Thanksgiving.
Well, I know, but you don't like the food.
No, I do love the food.
You do. You've contended for many years that you don't like turkey.
Turkey's okay. Turkey's better as a sandwich the next day with some salt and pepper and in bread, or maybe in a waffle thing that you're having a happy moment to.
Yes.
It's like, tell us more there, Taryn.
Yeah, Daddy, let's go.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Appreciate it.
It's all trash.
No. I mean, candy yams, number one.
No, least.
When I look at candy yams, all I have to say is,
yeah, Daddy, let's go. That's your number one? I'm shocked by that.
That's at the top. Everything else is so far below it.
See, I like the green bean casserole. That's way up there for me, too.
Tried Brussels sprout casserole.
What?
It's even better.
Why?
Yes.
This is what
I want
Danny
to hang
thinks
out
about
with
it.
Danny at Thanksgiving because he's way more exciting than you guys. Yeah, Daddy, let's go.
No, Daddy, not Danny.
Yeah.
Rockaholics, we need a worthy contender, someone brave who can take down Steve Migs today. It's been very frustrating watching him win so much. He's got 326 wins, 95 losses, 55 ties in 2024. 206-803-ROCK. We will play Beat Migs at 8:50.
The Daly Migs Show.
Looking to turn up the heat in your relationship this holiday? Lovers has the perfect pleasure presents with early Black Friday deals that are as nice or as naughty as you are. Save up to 60% on the sexiest holiday gifts. Lovers Rewards members can win a holiday sweepstakes grand prize worth over $4,000. With 18 Western Washington locations, Lovers is the place for sexy holiday gifting. Mention Indulge for 20% off your purchase. Visit loversstores.com for official sweepstakes rules.
Every industry, every job site, any challenge. Purple Wave's upcoming December 5th construction auction has the Caterpillar equipment to tackle it all. We make it easy to connect, inspect, and bid, ensuring you can find the right equipment that's ready to go to work for you. The equipment is ready to inspect at our partner Copart's yard in your area. Bidding ends December 5th at purplewave.com. The easiest and most straightforward way to buy and sell equipment. purplewave.com.
Black Friday week is here, and so are amazing deals at Amazon. You'll save so much on early holiday gifts for the home, like vacuums, bedding, and home decor. You'll have money left over for those sweet handbells you've had your eye on. Or those gingerbread scented candles that help with the illusion that you made the dessert yourself. Oh, what fun it is to save. Black Friday week is here with deals up to 35% off.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa, Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know I sure am, because we made it. It's Friday.
Friday, motherfucking Friday. Everybody's ready for the weekend.
It's Friday.
They're jumping.
Yeah, they are. It's a Blue Friday.
It is.
Seahawks are back this weekend.
We're all rocking our Hawks gear. Yeah.
You know, ever since they brought back the vintage jerseys, I don't think I've ever worn my current Seahawks jersey. I don't want to.
Your vintage one looks pretty good.
I love the retro jerseys.
They have the best retro jerseys in the entire league.
I hope they bring them back and just make them full time. Make the current ones like your alternates.
And I got to ask, we're going up the 49ers. What are our predictions? Do we have faith?
I have faith. I have a lot of faith.
I love that. Okay,
Yes.
Danny, you have faith?
Of course. I never doubt the Seahawks.
Just like the Seahawks, we had a bye week. I got some time to reflect, spend time with family.
Relax.
And I feel good about things.
My father's a big 49ers fan, so I'm trying to convince George to go watch it with him because or my father-in-law. So
It's like, wow, a lot's changed.
no, my father-in-law is a big 49ers fan, so I'm just convincing George we should go all watch it together because it'll just be them two yelling at each other.
I love that.
Let's get to Tyson from Puyallup. Tyson, are you there?
Yeah, I am.
I'm Sarah, your host, and it's time for you to get out of here, Steve.
Bye-bye.
For those playing at home, Tyson has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. That's all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Let's go.
What is a 6-sided shape called?
Octagon.
No.
Pentagon.
No.
Hexagon.
Yes. Jalen Hurts is the quarterback for what NFL team?
Eagles.
Yes. What do animals do to conserve energy when food is scarce in the winter?
Hibernate.
Yes. What Full House star recently was diagnosed with stage 3 cancer?
Pass.
The first Thanksgiving celebration lasted how many days?
3, 4, 5.
3, yes. Which chemical
Is that
element?
Dave Coulier?
Yes, it is.
Dave Coulier, yes.
Which chemical element makes up most of the atmosphere of Mars?
Pass.
What country produces the most strawberries?
United States.
No.
Pass.
What band has the hit songs Hurt and Closer?
Pass.
Who played Coach Morris Buttermaker in the 2005 movie Bad News Bears?
Bill Bob Thornton.
Yes. How many U.S. states begin with the letter U?
1, 2, 3.
1, yes. Tyson, you got...
China. China's the strawberry one.
Should I give it to him?
I think it might be too late.
Is it too late?
I think it might be too late.
Oh, Tyson,
I'm
it's
sorry.
too late.
Okay.
But you
All right,
still
I
got
think
7 correct.
Let's go.
Which is a good score. And do you have a friend or coworker helping you?
Maybe, but I'm not going to disclose that.
I like that. I like that. No one will know if you don't admit it, okay?
Gotcha.
Is his name Mike? Because that would be epic.
If it was Mike and Tyson.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Right? And you can be...
That would be wild.
All right, Steve, are you ready?
Yeah, Daddy, let's go.
What is a 6-sided shape called?
6 is a hexagon?
It is. Jalen Hurts is the quarterback for one NFL team.
Played last night, Philadelphia Eagles.
You know it. What do animals do to conserve energy when food is scarce in the winter?
Hibernate.
Yes. What Full House star recently was diagnosed with stage 3 cancer?
Uncle Joey. Dave Coulier.
Yes. The first Thanksgiving celebration lasted how many days?
3?
Correct. Which chemical element makes up most of the atmosphere of Mars?
Butane.
No.
Methane.
No.
Hydrogen.
No. What country produces the most strawberries?
What country? Let's see. Denmark.
No.
United States.
No.
Canada?
No. What band has the hit songs Hurt and Closer?
9 Inch Nails.
You know it. Who played Coach Morris Buttermaker in the 2005 movie Bad News Bears?
Oh, Billy Bob Thornton.
Yes.
Love that movie.
How many U.S. states begin with the letter U?
1?
Wow. Yes. And with that, Steve, you get 8 correct, which is a win, barely 8-7. Sorry, Tyson.
Take care, Tyson.
Good job, Steve.
Thank you, my brother.
Yeah, Daddy, let's go.
It would have been a tie.
Go.
But they late answered the correct with China for the most strawberries.
China?
China.
Huh.
Random,
Yeah.
right? And then which
I was trying to think of like a dessert that incorporated strawberries that maybe there was a connection to a country, and that's I don't know why I went with Denmark.
I was like, yeah, what dessert's in Denmark with strawberries?
Oh, you never had the Denmark cheesecake?
Oh, no. Is it fabulous?
Yeah. Don't know her dictionary, though.
I won't. What chemical element makes up most of the atmosphere of Mars?
No idea.
Carbon dioxide.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Well, congrats, Steve, on beating Tyson and his friend he won't name.
Live Night is coming back on December 13th, Rockaholics, and we only get together with our Rockaholics a couple times a year, and this is one of the opportunities, the final opportunity of 2024.
And this one's a blast because we're attempting to do a show, and everything usually falls apart, but everything is done live, from the music, the sound effects, just the production guys. It's just all done live.
And you can get your tickets now at KISW.com. Tonight, we're very excited about the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight. But what happened yesterday that led to Jake Paul yelling this?
He must die!
Oh, you'll find out after Red Hot Chili Peppers.
The Daily Migs Show.
After much anticipation, tonight is the big fight. Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul, and you can watch it on Netflix. It all begins at 5 o'clock. And Mike ended up slapping Jake during their final face-off after yesterday's weigh-in. Here is Jake Paul reacting to it.
You just felt his power. What did that feel like?
And that's Ariel Helwani who's doing the interview. He does like a lot of stuff with like MMA and wrestling and apparently boxing as well.
Why did he do that to you?
I didn't even feel it. He's angry. He's an angry little elf. Mike Tyson, I thought...
He's quoting elf now.
Just called him an angry little elf. That's a first.
Mike Tyson, I thought that was a cute slap, buddy, but tomorrow you're getting knocked the out. I'm him up, Ariel. I'm him up. He hits like a bitch. It's personal now. It's personal now. He must die.
Okay, he's hamming it up clearly a little.
That sounded like out of a movie.
But I have to say, like, if you didn't see the slap coming, let's just say that this wasn't. There's a lot of people who can speculate maybe this is all just like completely orchestrated, the slap and all that, get more interest on it. But let's just say it wasn't. He didn't see the slap coming. You think he's going to see that punch coming then? Like, Mike's coming in quick.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, when you watch the video, it's just like out of nowhere the slap comes. And then, Danny, you were asking earlier, like, well, why did he even slap him? And it looked like someone zoomed in, and it looked like Jake Paul stepped on Mike's foot, and Mike wasn't wearing any shoes because he was doing the weigh-in. And I think that kind of got him to snap a little bit. Ooh. I just think when the bell rings, I mean, Mike's just going to try and murder this guy. And, yeah, he's older, but he still moves fast.
He's scary.
Yeah. I think the scariest part, though, was when Mike just decided to
My ding-ding.
grab his ding-ding.
Hey, come on, Seattle.
That was...
Did you see that?
Yes, and then it was like on a loop, so I watched it over and over and over.
Me too.
Grabbing my ding-ding.
Then I watched it in slow motion.
I mean, he was... Because, Sarah, you're like, oh, that was crazy when he was adjusting himself. I'm like... That was like, he was just flaunting it. Like, he was just like, check what I have.
That was a fondle for sure.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe he was just trying to reorganize. You guys do that sometimes. So I was giving him the benefit of the doubt.
As a person who's readjusted himself many a times, it's never once looked like that. Okay?
No. If I sometimes have to adjust myself on the treadmill, like I'm at the gym. If I ever did it that way, the gym would kick me out and never let me come back.
Exactly.
I just thought he had a lot to adjust.
Well,
so
clearly he did.
He was taking his time.
I do have to say, and this might be a stoner conversation, but these are like the things I think about. Like, I'm like, why are we're all losing our mind about this. Like, not just us, but like people on social media. And I was like, I'm glad that this fight got canceled when it did, because the world's kind of weird right now, especially in our country. Like, everyone's arguing over a lot of stuff, some very serious stuff. It's nice to just kind of not forget it, but kind of stop arguing about that and talk about something that's like kind of ridiculous and random, like kind of 50-year-old man that was once a dominant boxer still pull it off in the ring. And in a weird way, I think it's kind of like just kind of got our minds off of things that are like super serious. I'm having a lot of fun like reading people's opinions, and I usually don't want to read anyone's opinions on social media. And I'm having a blast seeing what everybody has to say, whether it's they think Jake Paul's going to murder him because he's younger, he's stronger, he's this, he's that, or like people like me, we want to see the old man get his comeuppance on that young whippersnapper.
I mean, we want to see that for you tonight too at SOS Pro Wrestling, Steve. Another 50-year-old getting in the ring tonight.
That's right. That's right. At least I was smart. I'm taking on the handicapped hero, and I'm going to crush him. Gregory Iron, you don't know what's going to happen until you step in the ring with me. Don't step on my foot. I might slap you.
Oh, boy.
You know what's crazy? One of our friends said on our group thread, like, hey, man, can everybody not tell me, like, please don't bring up the results of the Mike Tyson fight. And he's, one of the guys that's wrestling, and I love the guy. But I'm like, there's not a chance in hell you're going to be able to leave that place tonight without somebody bringing up this fight.
And don't bring out your phone because it's going to be all over any social media that you open.
Right.
Yeah.
I might have even been in the back of the room and be like, Tyson just won. Have fun in your match.
Do it.
We know that you are a massive music fan, but could you name a song after only hearing 1 second of the chorus? Prove it. And if you do, we'll hook you up with tickets to see Deftones at Climate Pledge Arena on February 27th. 206-803-ROCK. We will play Hook or Shook at 9:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
When you think about businesses that are selling through the roof like Aloe, Allbirds, or Skims, sure, you think about a great product, a cool brand, and brilliant marketing. But an often overlooked secret is actually the businesses behind the business, making selling and for shoppers buying simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. Nobody does selling better than Shopify, home of the #1 checkout on the planet, and the not-so-secret secret, with Shop Pay that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts going abandoned, and way more sales going. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell whenever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout experience as business powerhouses like Aloe, Allbirds, and Skims. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com /Odyssey Podcast to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com /Odyssey Podcast.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
All morning, we have received texts and calls from you, but we have not yet had a chance to chat with everybody. But the time has come where we are checking in with the Rockaholics, brought to you by Pendergast Law. So call up if there's something you'd like to chime in on from the show, or if you have anything on your mind that you'd like to discuss. 206-803-ROCK. Earlier, we were talking about if your car had ever been stolen and where you ended up finding it. And James from Olalla, who I believe played Beat Migs this morning, wants to weigh in on some stolen car stories.
Hey, good to talk to you again, guys.
What's up, James?
So, I've had 2 Jeeps stolen from me about a decade apart, both Wranglers. First one was back in December 2012. Happened to be on the 12th of all days, and this thing was stolen in the early morning hours. I had it up for sale on the side of the road, and it just disappeared, and police gave me a little bit of a lead of where to kind of keep an eye out, and took about a week and a half, and I happened to spot it on the road, and they took off and couldn't keep track of them.
Did you, were you waving at them like, hey, that's my Jeep? Or are you just trying to track them?
So I didn't wave at them, but I slowed way down because I caught a glimpse of the headlights and license plate, and they didn't even change the license plate out. It was still my plate.
Damn.
And I'm like, son of a gun. And about 5 days after my son was born, I get a call from KISW County detectives. They said they may have found it, and they wanted me to identify it. I'm like, oh, no. Identify is never a good word here. So I had my daughter with me, asked if I could bring her, and they're like, oh, yeah, go right ahead.
She'll love to see this catastrophe.
Oh, yeah. So what they failed to tell me is that they were actively investigating the scene, and there was no less than 30 marked and unmarked cars there. And get out with her, and I walk over to the garage, and here's the Jeep there, complete from the engine down. The body was off of it, all of that.
Wow.
Wow, that's crazy.
And 5 days before, 4 days before that, the insurance had just paid me out. So I was fortunate there. So the second one, much more recent, my brother had borrowed my Jeep for a bit. It was parked over at his girlfriend's parents' house over in Gorst, and sometime in the early morning hours in September, somebody had come by and stolen it. I got a call a visit from the sheriff saying that, hey, your Jeep was stolen. We found it. We need you to meet us over at this address. So I got on the road, hightailed it over there, and they only got a block over before it ran out.
Was there more damage? Sorry, the story's getting kind of long. No disrespect. So what happened with this one?
So we get there, it's out of gas. They punched the ignition out, but I got some gas and got it going. Get going down the road. Had to take it slow because the clutch was going out. And whoever had stolen it, I'm pretty sure was on their way back to come and get it. And at least this time I recovered it, but the fender was damaged. The stereo deck was gone.
So lesson learned, don't get Jeep Wranglers.
Don't get Jeep Wranglers.
Yeah, lesson learned. Stay away from the Jeep Wranglers.
Suck.
Yes.
Rockaholics, we have the most morbid and fascinating story all at the same time.
Doesn't involve Jeeps, I promise.
No, but we're going to tell you all about it at 9:50.
The Daily Migs Show.
A man's body was found 3 days after he died in a tanning bed inside of an Indianapolis Planet Fitness.
The extra crispy?
Oh my gosh.
What in the hell? Do they not clean these things?
That was my first question.
How many tanning beds do they have at Planet Fitness where you can have one person? Oh, he's still in there. When's he coming out? We don't know.
Give him time. A woman named Elizabeth, she was at the gym before authorities got there, and this is what she says that she witnessed.
Come on and play.
Nobody ever thinks you're going to go to a gym on a Monday morning and, potentially be in the same building as a dead body. And I was kind of like sniffing, trying not to look crazy, but I was like, something smells really awful here. The first thing that kind of went off in my head was,
well, if something smelled awful, how did nobody else notice that?
Oh.
Like everyone else was just like, yeah, it's just a weird funk for 3 days.
You got to investigate.
Lack of attention from the staff members at Planet Fitness, which is pretty disappointing because maybe it could have been prevented. And the tanning bed has a door, I believe. But still, why are we not concerned that the door has been closed for 3 days in a row, potentially?
I mean, I worked at a gym that had tanning beds, and I worked at a salon that had tanning beds. And you were in there all the time cleaning, making sure everything was fine and set up. It is wild that went for 3 days.
And I know a lot of people that actually have memberships to Planet Fitness, not to work out, but because they're free, because part of the deal is you get free tanning there, and it's $10 or something like that a month just to be a member, and that's cheaper than getting a tanning bed subscription at one of the tanning places. So, how did they not realize that?
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
That's insane.
Can you still get the little stickers, the little Playboy bunny sticker when you go tanning? You can?
Oh, you sure can.
That brings me back.
Yeah, I actually was... I canceled my membership, but I went in to cancel it, and I saw all the little stickers. Playboy bunny, heart,
what, at Planet Fitness?
No, at my tanning salon.
Oh.
They got lips.
Oh, yeah. So you can put it, so then it looks like a little tattoo.
Next time you go get tan, Steve, you should just get one right on your forehead.
Of what?
A Playboy bunny.
Duh.
Oh, okay. That's a lot less offensive than what I thought you were going to say.
Well, you can track your tanness. It's very convenient.
Okay. I think I'm going to pass on that.
I don't even know when the last time was I went tanning, but I think if I went for more than 4 to 6 minutes, I would be a crispy mess.
I can't imagine what that guy was looking like. That's awful. What a crappy thing. I love how she's I didn't expect to see a dead body at the gym.
Oh. No thanks. The New York Yankees once again took a beloved member of the Mariners, but this time it is not a player. We're going to tell you all about it during the Daily Migs download after Foo Fighters.
The Daily Migs Show. Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daily Migs Download.
AKA the DMD.
Here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
Happy Blue Friday, Ryan Castle. I'm
And
glad
to
you're
you.
celebrating in a shade of black.
It's going to be a surprise to you, but most of what I own is this shade of black.
He's got blue jeans
I
on.
do have blue jeans on.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah.
That counts. Count it.
Yes, and I do have one toe that's been blue for the last 4 days, and I don't know why, but we can count that as well. Don't worry, it's one of the small ones.
WebMD, and I'm sure you'll get all the answers that you need.
I'm sure I'm not dying.
The DMD is brought to you by Palace Law. Last night, the Seattle Kraken weren't dying. In fact, they were winning and winning once again.
Oh, yeah.
3 straight wins for them. They beat the Blackhawks 3-1. Up next tomorrow afternoon, taking on the New York Islanders over at Climate Pledge Arena.
Also from the world of Seattle sports, veteran Seattle Mariners broadcaster Dave Sims is leaving the team after 20 years to become the new radio voice for the New York Yankees on WFAN.
That's awesome for him.
Good for sure.
Yeah.
Some of his most memorable Mariners calls over the years would include Felix Hernandez's perfect game and Cal Raleigh's playoff clinching home run.
3-2 to Cal. The pitch from Acevedo. A drive deep to right field. Down the line. The Mariners win this game 2-1. The dream lives. They're going to the playoffs. The drought is over. Cal Raleigh. Wow. Hey now. Hey now. Hey now.
I think he said, hey now.
That didn't last long.
No, it was a very nice moment for a second.
At least he has a chance of getting a ring now.
He's at least going to see his team go to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys, next year is our year. Come on.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
What if how funny would that be? He was the one that was holding him back.
It wasn't the trident that was the curse. It was Dave Sims in that silly hat.
Come on, man.
Take care, Dave. Actually, what a great broadcast. It's funny.
For sure.
I saw a lot of Yankees fans like, who is this guy? Of course, it's New York. And then somebody shared that video of him doing that call. And they're like, hey, sounds pretty good. I look forward to hearing him talk about the Yankees.
Of course he is. That's why the Yankees hired him.
And he worked for them previously in like the early 90s, so he's kind of going back home a little
But you
bit.
know the internet. They know what's up.
People from New York are the worst, present company included.
Hey now. Hey now. All right, this is definitely sounds like a New York argument, but I don't know if you guys know this, but most people still don't know how to use these roundabouts that are all over. There's a lot of them here in Washington, but somebody posted a video of this big pickup truck that just forgot that he needs to yield before he gets into the roundabout, almost took out a car, cut off a couple of cars as well, but then he pulled over yelling at the guy that he almost hit, saying that guy was to blame, and of course the guy that was arguing with him recorded it, and this is what it sounded like.
What are you honking at me for?
What the hell are you doing, dude?
Dude, that's not how that works. I have the straight. You were coming through here.
You have the yield, dude.
I don't have the yield. Everyone coming in has the yield.
You realize if I hit you, I would have just crushed your entire car, right?
There's nothing that I should have or could have done differently there. I didn't.
Check, you don't come straight across the intersection like that.
It's a roundabout.
I feel like it's like, just because you have the bigger vehicle doesn't mean you have the right of way.
My neighborhood doesn't have like stop signs or anything, and it seems like the rule is whoever's going the fastest through the intersection is the one that gets to go first.
Dude, there are times even
terrifying
in Puyallup, because it seems like everywhere is a four-way stop, except for some random places, and you assume it's a four-way stop until you realize, oh, that car is not stopping. I'm the idiot.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, got to make sure I see all fours now.
Sorry.
All right, calling all animal lovers, specifically dog people.
Uh-oh.
The Humane Society for Tacoma and Pierce County is waiving adoption fees for all dogs now through Sunday because they are dealing with some pretty severe overcrowding.
Oh, wow.
They have nearly 130 dogs, but only 89 kennels available. So some kennels are being shared, including one that has 7 small dogs right now. And additional dogs are being put into offices and temporary crates to deal with this. So we've heard about the rise in dog intakes this past year with people going back to work and all those types of things. So these rescues and fosters are really in a great need right now. And the Humane Society of Tacoma and Pierce County is offering even a foster to adopt option for all dogs still needing spay or neuter surgeries. That means that you could take the dog home today and return it when the procedure is scheduled. So go adopt.
Yeah.
It'd be really helpful.
Have you called Brad yet and said, on my way back from Portland, I might be stopping at the Tacoma Humane
I'm
Society?
still on animal probation, but if you're not on animal probation, go get a dog this weekend.
Well, if you have a dog, I have a place for you to go. I mean, I feel like this is right up the alley of you and Ryan and everybody. At Gig Harbor Wine Company, you could go there because they have a dog-friendly area, and they provide the dogs a dog charcuterie? Charcuterie. Charcuterie board, or as they call it, the barcuterie to the menu.
Oh, man, they got them hors d'oeuvres there, too? Shoot.
Yes, you can get the filet mignon. Everything's available there, Ryan. So while you're drinking the wine and sampling wine, your dog can sample bacon and peanut butter biscuits.
I love this. Barcuterie.
And it's Gig Harbor Wine Company. Thank you for pronouncing it better than I could. And they're available. You could go there on afternoons and evenings from Thursday through Sunday. As far as weather, we're going to hit a high of 47 degrees and cloudy. The Seahawks play this Sunday. They're in San Francisco or Santa Clara, taking on the 49ers. So let's go, Hawks. That is the DMD, and that's what's up.
Ryan Castle is up next with the Morning 12 Pack.
The Daily Migs Show.
I'm Lindsey Graham, host of Wondery's show American Scandal. We bring to life some of the biggest controversies in U.S. history: presidential lies, environmental disasters, corporate fraud. In our latest series, entrepreneur Lou Pearlman becomes the mastermind behind 2 of the biggest pop groups in the world, the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. He also oversees a sprawling business empire that includes a charter jet company, restaurants, and real estate. But Perlman's successful facade crumbles after he's sued by the boy bands for siphoning millions from them. And soon, investigators discover that Perlman is keeping his empire afloat through an even more devious scheme. Follow American Scandal on the Wondery app or wherever you get your podcasts. Experience all episodes ad-free and be the first to binge the newest seasons only on Wondery Plus. You can join Wondery Plus in the Wondery app, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify. Start your free trial today.